Before you scroll away, wait for a moment. This message is not random. Somehow, out of millions of videos, millions of messages, and millions of moments on the internet, you ended up here. And maybe that is not a coincidence. Maybe there is a reason you are hearing these words today. Because somewhere in this world, there is someone who feels connected to you in a way that even they cannot fully explain. Someone who thinks about you more often than you realize. Someone whose heart feels strangely calm whenever your name appears in their thoughts. They may not have met you yet. Or maybe they have. Maybe they passed you once in a crowded place. Maybe they saw you for just a second and felt something they could not understand. Or maybe they are still searching, just like you. But if they could write a letter to you right now, a secret letter from their heart, it might sound something like this. My love, I don't know where you are right now. I don't know what city you are in, what room you are sitting in, or what thoughts are passing through your mind at this moment. But somehow, I feel like you exist. And I feel like our paths will cross someday. Maybe you are someone who has been hurt before. Maybe life hasn't been easy for you. Maybe you learned to hide your feelings behind a quiet smile. If that's true, I want you to know something. When we finally meet, you won't have to hide anything anymore. Because I will see you for who you truly are. Not just the version of yourself you show to the world, but the real you. The one who overthinks sometimes. The one who stays awake late at night wondering about the future. The one who loves deeply, even after being hurt. And that is the person I will cherish. Right now, we might be living completely separate lives. Different routines. Different friends, different days. But somewhere between all the random moments of life, destiny is slowly guiding us toward each other. Maybe we will meet in a place we never expected. Maybe through a simple conversation. Maybe through a coincidence that feels too perfect to be random. But when that moment happens, something inside both of us will recognize it. Not loudly, not dramatically, but quietly. Deeply, like our hearts already know each other. Until that day arrives, I hope you take care of yourself. I hope you keep believing in love, even when the world makes it difficult. I hope you never let past disappointments convince you that real love doesn't exist. Because it does. And when we finally find each other, I want you to still have that soft part of your heart that believes in beautiful things. I want us to laugh about the strange paths our lives took before we met. I want us to look back and realize that every delay, every heartbreak, every unexpected turn was leading us closer to each other. Maybe right now you feel alone. But please remember this. You are not too late. You are not too broken. And you are not too difficult to love. The right person will never see your art as a burden. They will see it as a gift. And I promise you something. When we finally meet, I will choose you. Not just once, but every single day. In the quiet moments. In the difficult moments. In the ordinary moments of life. Because real love is not about perfection. It's about choosing each other again and again. Until the end of our story. And maybe, just maybe, that letter was meant to find you today. Not because your soulmate literally wrote it yesterday, but because sometimes our hearts need a reminder. A reminder that somewhere in the future, there may be a person who will understand us in a way no one else ever has. So if you are listening to this right now, don't rush love. Don't chase people who make you feel small. Don't settle for connections that leave your heart feeling empty. Because the right connection will feel different. It will feel calm, safe, real. And one day, when you least expect it, your story with that person will begin. And when it does, you might look back at this moment and smile. Because maybe this message was simply reminding you to keep your heart open until that day arrives.
But the letter is not finished yet, because if your soulmate could continue writing, there are still many things they would want to tell you, things they have been feeling for a long time, maybe even before they realized it themselves. So imagine that the letter continues. My love, sometimes I wonder what kind of day you are having right now. Maybe today was difficult for you. Maybe someone misunderstood you. Maybe you felt like nobody truly noticed how hard you were trying. If that happened today, I wish I could have been there. Not to give you perfect advice, not to magically fix everything, but simply to sit beside you and remind you that you are not alone. Because one day, when we finally meet, that is exactly what I want to be for you. A place where your heart can rest, a place where you don't have to pretend to be stronger than you actually feel. I want to be the person you can talk to about the small things, the random thoughts, the silly stories about your day, the dreams you are afraid to tell other people. And I want you to know something else. Even before we meet, I am already grateful for you. Because somewhere in this world you are living your life, growing, learning, becoming the person I will one day fall in love with. Maybe right now you are working on your goals. Maybe you are trying to heal from things that hurt you in the past. Maybe you are learning how to trust again. And all of that matters. Because the version of you that I will meet someday will be shaped by everything you are going through right now. Every lesson, every challenge, every moment when you chose to keep going even when things were hard. Those moments are building the person I will admire so much. Sometimes I imagine the first time we will talk. Will it be a long conversation, or just a simple hello that somehow turns into something deeper? Maybe we will laugh about something completely random. Maybe we will realize we have strange things in common. Or maybe it will simply feel easy, like we have known each other for years, even though we just met. And when that moment comes, I hope you feel safe with me, because I promise you something. I will never take your heart lightly. I know how fragile love can be. I know how painful it is when someone gives their trust to the wrong person. That's why when you give your heart to me, I will treat it carefully. Not perfectly, because no human is perfect, but sincerely, with honesty, with loyalty, with real effort. Because real love is not just about beautiful words. It is about actions, about being there, about choosing each other even on difficult days. And I want that kind of love with you. The kind that grows stronger with time, the kind that survives misunderstandings, the kind that becomes deeper with every year. So wherever you are right now, I hope you keep believing in love, even if the world sometimes makes love look temporary or meaningless. Because when two people truly care for each other, love can be one of the most powerful things in life. And one day, when our paths finally cross, I hope we both recognize that moment, the moment when two separate stories finally become one. And maybe that is why this message found you today. Maybe it is reminding you that your story is still unfolding. Maybe it is reminding you that the right connection cannot be rushed. Sometimes the most meaningful relationships take time to appear, but when they do, they feel worth the wait. So tonight, before you sleep, remember this thought. Somewhere in the future, there may be someone who will look at you and think, I'm so glad our paths finally crossed. And until that day arrives, take care of your heart. Because one day, someone will be very grateful that you did. Write Amin in your comment section. Amin.